Imagine a world where secrets were so tightly guarded that even the greatest adventures of all time were kept under wraps. This is the world of the 16th century, where explorers like Sir Francis Drake embarked on voyages that would change the course of history, yet the details of their journeys were shrouded in mystery. It's hard to believe, but the original log of Drake's world-circling expedition, which should have been a source of national pride, vanished into thin air. When he returned to England, Drake and his cousin presented an illustrated log to Queen Elizabeth, a top-security document that contained vital information, but it has never been found. This might seem strange, but it was not unusual for the time. Secrecy was a powerful tool, and empires were obsessed with keeping their discoveries and strategies hidden from competitors. Secrecy was not just a matter of national security. It was a way to control the narrative and maintain power. For example, the Roman Empire, known for its vast reach and complex bureaucracy, had strict rules about who could possess maps of the world. According to Suetonius, a Roman historian, it was a crime for a private person to have a map. This is why no original Ptolemy maps survive from that era. The earliest known Ptolemy manuscripts date back to the 13th century. This level of secrecy was not unique to the Romans. The Portuguese, during their age of discovery, were also known for their tight-lipped approach. They claimed to have discovered America before the Spanish, but there is little evidence to support this claim. Historian Samuel Eliot Morison argues that the lack of evidence is the only evidence we have of a Portuguese policy of secrecy. Secrecy posed significant challenges for explorers and sailors. Captains had to be careful about what they revealed to their crews. Drake, for instance, did not share his full plans with his crew until absolutely necessary. This was to prevent mutiny and maintain morale. Imagine being a sailor on a long voyage, not knowing where you were going or what dangers you might face. The uncertainty could be overwhelming, and the captain's secrecy was a double-edged sword. It kept the crew from panicking, but it also made it harder to recruit and retain sailors. The printing press, invented by Johannes Gutenberg in 1454, was a game-changer. Before the printing press, information was tightly controlled. Maps and charts were hand-drawn and expensive, and only a select few had access to them. The printing press made it possible to produce books and maps on a large scale, making geographic knowledge more accessible to the general public. This new technology created a new kind of merchandise, and it was a powerful tool for spreading information. The first printed edition of Ptolemy's Geography appeared in 1477, less than 20 years after Gutenberg's Bible. This book became a bestseller and a canonical text. Ptolemy's maps and ideas were widely adopted, even when they were proven wrong. For example, Ptolemy's maps showed the Indian Ocean as a land-bound lake, even after explorers like Vasco da Gama had demonstrated that it was an open sea. The power of print was both a blessing and a curse. It could spread new ideas quickly, but it could also preserve outdated information. The printing press had a demonic power to open the world and diffuse knowledge in convenient packages. Once a book was printed, there was no way to retrieve or erase the information. This made it easier for dangerous ideas to spread. Book burners and censors could not keep up with the sheer volume of printed material. The printing press was a champion of freedom, providing countless channels for new ideas and discoveries. Despite the conservative nature of sailors and the reluctance to adopt new ideas, map-making soon became big business. Gerardus Mercator, a Flemish cartographer, was one of the most influential figures in this new world of map-making. He transformed the world of maps for the new secular age, making them more practical and accurate. Mercator's most significant contribution was the Mercator projection, a method of depicting the spherical Earth on a flat map. This projection made it easier for sailors to plot their courses, and it is still used by navigators today. Mercator's life was not without its challenges. He lived in a time of religious persecution and was once arrested for his alleged heretical beliefs. He managed to escape the fires of the Auto-da-Fé, but the experience left a lasting impact on him. He moved to Duisburg, where he published some of his most important works, including the first modern maps of Europe and Britain, and the world map on the Mercator projection. The printing press and the work of cartographers like Mercator played a crucial role in the age of discovery. They helped to spread knowledge and ideas, making the world a little bit smaller and more connected. The secrets that empires tried to keep were eventually revealed, and the age of exploration opened up new possibilities for trade, travel, and discovery. In conclusion, the 16th century was a time of great adventure and discovery, but it was also a time of secrecy and control. The printing press and the work of cartographers like Mercator helped to break down these barriers, making knowledge and information more accessible to all. This era marked a significant turning point in human history, paving the way for the modern world we live in today.